Hello everyone, Dervla here, and today I'm coming in to you live to talk to you a little bit about different colours and my inspiration for this live stream. As always, I work intuitively, and I got a nudge yesterday evening as I was out walking to come in and do a live stream this morning. So you're welcome whether you're joining me live at some point or whether you're watching the replay, and please do like, comment and share this video. If you haven't already liked my page Sacred Simplicity, I really would appreciate a like. Help me to get my work out there. My work is more needed than ever now. The work that I do is for life. It's not just getting us through these challenging times that we're going through now. It's work that I can share with you. I can teach you skills and simple techniques that can help you from this day forward until the day that you leave the planet. So if you are interested in working with me one-to-one, private message me. Let's have a chat to see how I can support you. So today, literally, I'm just going to share. I'm going to speak what comes through me. Trust, as always, that whatever I meant to say is what I meant to say. So yesterday, as I was out walking, I put a post on my page about this yesterday, but sometimes the written posts don't necessarily reach as many as the live streams do. So I was out walking and I felt physically sick. I tuned into the energies like, oh, you know, is this mine or does it belong to somebody else? And this is a question that I ask for myself, for my clients, when we're doing energy work. Because if you're a highly sensitive, empathic being like myself, the likelihood is you take on other people's energies, you take on other people's emotions, you can absorb energy without you realizing it. So this I found when I tuned into it was actually collective energy of fear. It was in my solar plexus, which was, you know, the area of my stomach where I was feeling sick and nauseous. So I cleared the energy. Now what I saw was actually quite black tar looking energy coming out. So the collective energy, as we know right now, is there is a lot of fear. And I talk about this regardless of, you know, even prior to what's going on in the world now, because a lot of us can be going around holding on to fear and anxiety without even realizing it, and we can be holding on to energy that's not even ours. So I released the energy of the collective fear, and then it went up to my throat chakra, and it was like, okay, well, what's going on in my throat chakra? And again, it was like that a lot of stuff was been spoken through fear. There's a lot of fear. There's non-stop talk about the coronavirus. There's non-stop news feeds coming in. And if you are sensitive and empathic, you know, I do recommend, obviously, you keep yourself well informed. You follow the guidelines. I mean, I'm naturally introverted anyway, so it's not a huge challenge for me to stay at home. I work from home. But for others who might be more extroverted and are used to being out and about, it is a big challenge, and it can bring up a lot of instability in the energy field. It can bring up a lot of fear. It can bring up a lot of worry and anxiety. So it was about the collective spoken word of fear, and also the collective unspoken word. There are people out there maybe feeling a lot of fear and don't have a way of actually expressing it, don't have a way of channeling it, don't have the skills that I have to actually move the energy through, to keep the energy moving, because energy it's emotion is energy in motion. So it's like, we need to keep it moving. We don't want it to get stuck. We don't want it to get stagnant in our bodies, because that leads to illness and disease. There's scientific evidence about what I speak of now. All of the modalities that I use, you know, they're supported by science-based research. So again, I released the energy in the throat, but it was also telling me that people like myself who have the gifts that I have been given, I've spent years on this journey of learning energy healing, and I learn something new every day. And, you know, I've been blessed to have been given the time to actually study it quite in depth. So it was also telling me that it's time for me to come out and express my truth, express how I share the way that I work in my way, because what I share is, you know, it's out there in the world in different forms. I share it in my way. Another therapist or healer or coach will share it in their own unique way. But I have my soul signature blueprint. I have my own life experiences. I have my own challenges. I have my own healing journey that I can draw on, and the experience that I have with working with clients as well, to actually share. So it is a call. This is a mass global awakening, a mass global call to being more conscious as to how we live. And I was feeling that from the very beginning, but as time is going on, it really can see that. Now, that's not easy. And going into the depths and the dark nights of the soul, to go into deep trauma healing, is not always necessarily easy, but it is so worth it. And you reap the rewards, and you can feel more peaceful, more calm, more freedom. You learn more about yourself, the relationships around you transform, your life transforms, and it may to the outside world look the same, but internally it's not about, you know, whether you have that fancy car outside the door. It matters about what's inside. How are you feeling inside? And yes, if that fancy car is something that you desire to manifest in your life, by all means, go for it, have it. That I'm not saying that you deny yourself of any of those material things if that's what you're interested in. But the big thing is, and I feel like there are no accidents in the universe. You know, we have come through different traumas, through different generations. And what I feel is happening collectively as well is the fear that's showing up now collectively and individually is bringing up unresolved emotions for us to heal individually and collectively. And while I was out walking, I really got a strong sense to come on this live stream and to wear red. Why am I wearing red? Because red is the color of the base chakra. Red is about feeling safe. It's about feeling secure. It's about feeling stable and strong in our physical bodies. And if we're not grounded and we're not feeling safe and we're not feeling secure, well, then anxiety and all sorts of stuff comes in that wobble us off. And if we're not grounded, it's like a tree. If it hasn't strong roots, if a wind comes, it blows it over and it knocks it down. We can use that analogy for our physical bodies. If we're not grounded, and red is the base chakra, which is about grounding, keeping us safe, keeping us feeling secure, we can wobble over, we can be easily influenced by negative energies, by collective fear, and by old conditioning. And it's also the chakra which is linked to our family of origin. So if you are feeling triggered now, there is a very good likelihood that you are, that old trauma, whether we call them small traumas or big traumas, are coming up for healing, they want to be seen, they want to be felt, they want to be acknowledged and released. I can help you do this work. The work is deep, it's profound, and I work through the chakras on a very deep level. And this is about, you know, asking yourself, and particularly I'm drawn to say this, if you are somebody who was reared in a dysfunctional household like myself, if you were living maybe with somebody who lived with an addiction, if you lived with somebody who was emotionally unavailable, emotionally distant because of their own stuff, and they didn't know how to process their own unhealed traumas, their own fears, their own stuff, they were doing the best they could with what they had at the particular time. There can be a lot of forgiveness work that needs to be done. There can be, you know, healing generational lines. And I know I came into this planet to actually do a huge amount of ancestral healing on my family timeline. And I go into past, present, future timelines when I'm working. So this is about looking at, you know, are there triggers coming up? And again, we're spending more time maybe with family members that may cause triggers to come up, unhealed parts of us to be witnessed, the shadow aspects of us that are coming up for healing. So it is a wonderful opportunity for healing. Does that mean that it's all sunshine and roses and that it's easy? Sometimes it is easy, sometimes it's not. So I'm literally coming on and I'm sharing this with you. I'm getting you to maybe just think about what's showing up for yourself, asking you, do you need support? Red is also the colour for support. It's about love, it's about survival, it's about inspiration, success. It's the colour of our blood, so it nurtures It's about nurturing the cells of our body, our nervous system. We want to stay calm. We want to honor our nervous system. We want to stay out of fight or flight or fear mode, which happens with what's going on in the world. But that happens regardless. I mean, you know, check in with past issues in your life. Have you felt fear in your life prior to this global pandemic that's going on? And my guess is you probably have, and it may come up so was it a level on a scale of 0 to 10? What level have you experienced before? Have you experienced maybe the mid-range? Have you experienced the high range? I've certainly experienced all of the ranges. And when we go into fear, fight or flight, you know, we can become almost immobilized, stuck, not able to move forward, retreating, going into ourselves, feeling unsafe, feeling unloved, feeling insecure, feeling inadequate in ourselves. But the good news is we can work through all of that energy. We can help you to feel safe, grounded, secure, joyful, strong in yourself, strong in your physical body, because let's face it, our soul has come into this physical body. We've chosen the physical bodies we've chosen on. We can be so judgmental, particularly as women, about our physical bodies. So we want to build a relationship, the strength with our bodies, with our physical reality while we're here on this planet. And Mother Earth is supporting us. We can already see massive healing taking place in the planet because of less planes being in the air, etc. And I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm really focusing on this from an energetics perspective, from the colour red is what I was drawn to talk about. And I'll talk about the colours of the year briefly in this live stream as well. So, you know, this is about having courage to reach out to me, to, you know, to support. I offer one-to-one sessions. I offer different packages, whether it's an individual session you want, or if you want to work with me longer term, message me, let's get on a call and let's see how I can best support you, because I really got a very strong intuitive nudge to come in and to talk about feeling safe, feeling secure, and feeling confident in yourself, in your body. This is a perfect opportunity. We're given times to retreat. We're given time to spend more time on ourselves, if that's what you choose to do. Ultimately, the choice is yours. You can sit at home and you can binge watch Netflix, but what is that doing for you? That can be a level of avoidance. So maybe you lived with somebody who was emotionally avoidant and wasn't available for you, and you still feel, even though you might be 40 or 50, you still feel that there's something missing in you. There's something missing in your life, that you feel maybe you have this abandonment mood running, you have this fear of rejection running, you have this fear of being judged running. There's so many elements to fear. And like, people can be sitting at home in their house on a couch like I'm sitting now, where in reality you're perfectly safe right here, right now. But if your mind and your body and your spirit don't feel safe, your mind can take you off into complete disaster stories. So what stories are you telling yourself now? Are you projecting a fear-based future for yourself? Or are you coming back into the present moment? Are you dropping out of your head and into your heart and into your body and feeling grounded and safe and secure in this moment, so that you can make decisions that are supportive for you? Because if we're in fear, we're stressed out, we're anxious, our mind goes into overwhelm. Cortisol and adrenaline are expressed through the body. They run through our veins, they run through our nervous system. We can feel physically jumpy, physically irritable, physically on alert. I know, because I know what it feels to have lived like that for a long time, and I didn't know how to actually channel the energy. I didn't know how to express myself. I had no clue how to manage my energy as a highly sensitive, empathic woman. I know now, and if you are resonating at all with anything that I'm sharing, and you can see red is the colour of passion, I'm feeling very passionate about what I'm sharing now. And if this resonates with one person, well, then it has been worth me coming on here, because I have a fountain of knowledge and wisdom to share, and healing techniques with you if you're ready. So are you willing to take a look at the shadows, at the fear, at the anxiety that maybe you've been holding on to, that started way ahead of the last few weeks? Because my guess is, if you're feeling stronger levels of anxiety now, the root of them is not in the pandemic is going on. The root of it is probably in the old conditioning that you experienced from the ages of 0 to 7, when your brain was like a sponge and you took on everything as being true. You observed, you picked up habits, behaviours and beliefs from parents, from schools, from society, that are, some of them serving you very well, but some of them not serving you now. If you are feeling really anxious and stressed, please, please, please reach out to myself, or if it's not me, reach out to somebody else. I'm called to do this work one person at a time. And I work in a very bespoke way. None of my sessions, no two of my sessions are the same. If I work with one person at 10 o'clock in the morning and I work with a second person later on in the day, most of my sessions take start to finish between me prepping and me doing the work with the client and me finishing off and me doing what I need to do. It takes a half day. So I work with 2 clients a day because I view this work as very sacred work. So you will get my 100% attention. I will hold that sacred space for you to that you are ready to transform now. And I guarantee you, there's stuff that you're holding on to that you have no idea you're holding on to. And even the experience of me walking yesterday, me feeling physically ill, and me knowing that this is not my stuff, this is collective energy stuff. And this came into me even though I'm limiting my news feeds, but you can't avoid it. If I go on social media now, the people I'm following, and even it's all over the place, you can't avoid it. But we have a choice. We can choose to stay strong, to stay in our heart center, to go within and to strengthen our whole energy system, to work from the inside out so that we come through this much stronger physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. And yeah, I just feel so passionate. So just say, I've just literally scribbled a few notes down. But I think it's important to notice that, you know, if you have had a pattern of anxiety and fear, you know, what's really triggering you now? What are your concerns? Reach out, private message me, let's have a chat and let's see if what I offer is right for you. And if it's not, it's not, so be it. You know, I'm mature enough to know that if it's not right for somebody to work with me, it's not. And likewise, if it's not right for me to work with somebody, well, maybe there's somebody I can refer you to. But I can trust me and trust the universe. I can teach you so many simple ways, and we can go into your energy system much, much deeper than maybe you're able to access yourself, unless you're a holistic therapist. And even then, us therapists and healers and coaches, whatever title you want to give yourself, it doesn't matter. We need someone to hold the space for us to actually look at our own stuff and to help clear it. And I've been my own best client over the last few years in particular. And I can tell you, you know, I probably have material to write 3 or 4 books if I wrote it all down. Who knows? Maybe someday I will write some of it. But I'm sharing bits of it as I can and the way that I can now. And for somebody who's an introvert like me, coming up on social media, would I prefer to hide and not come on social media? Absolutely I would. But the only way to describe what I do is I have a soul calling. I left my permanent pensionable job because I knew it was right. I knew that if I stayed there, I would become much more seriously ill than I was feeling at the time that I left. And I've been on a journey of lots of deep healing, physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually since I left. So I walk my walk and I talk my talk, as one of my clients said lately. You really walk your walk and talk your talk. And I was like, yes, I absolutely do. Because there's no point in me talking about chakras and energy healing if I'm not my own client, if I don't work on myself every day, because my energy needs to be strong. I need to feel safe in myself. I need to feel confident in my ability to hold the space for you. So I work on myself every single day in some form or other. So let me see, what else do I have to say? What else? Notes. yeah, so it's important to be fully grounded in your body, and I can teach you different grounding exercises that are very simple. And I've been, you know, I could be coming on live stream here every day, but I was guided not to. I was guided to mind my own energy. I was guided to pause and to reflect. And what I'm listening to when I get really strong nudges and I come on, and that nudge yesterday was really strong. And, you know, I listened, and even for me to put on makeup and to come on with my red jumper today has raised my vibration. Before I came on, everywhere in my living room and my kitchen, I could see red. I've red cushions, I could see we've a red toaster, I could see red candles. So the red is really coming up as being strong today. Now, I'm not going to go in and do a red meditation today. I do have meditations available. If you're interested in buying some of those, private message me and I'll send you a link to purchase them. I'm not going to talk about that. I have different work in progress with online stuff that I just had many obstacles in getting together. But anyways, hopefully they'll come together when the time is right. Now, before I go, I just want you, I would really love if you would comment, if you would share this video with people. Let me know if any of what I speak of resonates. Let me know if you're thinking, oh my God, Dervla, that's how I feel. You know, so if you're feeling wobbly, if you're feeling irritable, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling fearful, if you're feeling that it's a challenge being around family members now that you're spending more time together. We have different love languages, and I'll talk about that maybe and share different resources about that. But, you know, if we could be triggered by our nearest and dearest, and ultimately that's all for personal growth. We can, you know, it is for our personal growth and expansion. And for lots of people, it's learning to live in a different way. This pandemic isn't hugely affecting me from a point of view that I live quite a quiet lifestyle anyway. But nonetheless, you know, it is bringing up some stuff because there are changes in some of the dynamics around me. And that's okay. Change can be uncomfortable, but when we move through the change, we can look back and say, you know what, that was one of the best things that happened to me, because it gives us space to bring in more empowering energy, and it also allows us to let go of energy, whether that's physical clutter, whether it's clutter in our mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, energetic field. It's an opportunity for growth. So please, please, please use it wisely. Let me see how, I have no idea how long have I been on. Okay, so what I might do actually is end this video and come in at a later point and talk about the colours for the year and how I feel that they're showing up very clearly in what's going on at the moment, and maybe how we can use them positively to help us to heal individually and collectively. Yeah, I feel that that's another live stream actually. So maybe later today or tomorrow I'm going to come in and I'm going to talk to you about the colours for the year and how my take on what's showing up and actually it is fascinating. So colour is one of the modalities that I use. Beautiful healing modality. And you know, as I say, I'm learning more about it every day. So I'm just going to share this with you. This is the red rose. So I've been talking about red today. So simple ways you can bring in red today. And I will just say one thing before I go, is if you're feeling angry and, you know, kind of inflamed emotionally, well then choose the colour blue. It's the complementary colour. It's calming, it's soothing, it's relaxing. It'll bring you the coolness. So if there's anger, if you're feeling a lot of anger, well then choose the complementary colour blue. And I'll be coming in talking more about the colours over the next while as well. So for today, and again, check in with your body. Just check in on a scale of 0 to 10. How much does my body want the colour red right now? Let me know your number in the comments below. You can, if you've red flowers, you can meditate on your red flowers. If you've red candles, write your red candles. If you've red clothes, wear your red clothes. Eat red foods. There's so many ways, and I have colour meditations, and I can help you to go into that base chakra, that family of origin stuff, and look at it on a much deeper level and release what wants to be released. This is a perfect opportunity for you to grow and evolve into the woman or man, if you're a conscious man and you're open to do this work with me, into living your best life. So who doesn't want that? Joy, freedom, success, abundance, energy, vitality, inspiration and success are all linked to the red. So I see there's somebody live coming on and off. So if you just let me know who you are, or comment, has any of what I've spoken about resonate, let me know and help me to get the energy moving on this page. I would really, really, really appreciate it, because this is about me showing up to collect you, to support you, to support the collective energy. That's what I've come into this lifetime to do. So please, you know, no more than the social isolation that we're asked to do. We'll share the high vibe stuff, share the content that's there to support people, and stay out of the stuff that's bringing you down energetically. Stay tuned to my page, share my page. Let's get the energy moving of it. It's time, it's time, it's time. And let's have fun on this journey as well. So that's it. Take care. Wishing you lots of love, joy, success, abundance, happiness, whatever you choose today. And keep checking in, you know, grounding yourself, coming back into your body. And I'll talk more about this in future live streams. So stay tuned and click on notifications to get notifications of when I do come live. So that's it. Take care. Thanks for joining me live, and thanks to anyone who's watched the replay. I really do appreciate you taking time out to watch me and listen to me and feel my energy. So there you go. Take care. Bye for now.